And there's our main hero just being depressed in a brothel, staring at a picture. Then this guy shows up with this wonderful dialogue.
I've been watching you these past weeks. I have seen that you have no love for the Nazis.
Is that supposed to be a clever observation, dude?
How many more people will die at the hands of these jackbooted killers while you sit there cowering like a whipped dog?
Look, pal, who do you think I am? I'm just one random man you just seen a couple of times. How do you determine that I'm in any way, shape, or form equipped to do anything about the Nazis?
Open your eyes! The war is all around us. You can't escape it.
You just start screaming while surrounded by all these Germans. No wonder he's not the main character. He would die in the opening cutscene.
There is a courtyard around the corner. Meet me there when you are ready to stop hiding.
He leaves after that, but one more glance at that photo and our guy makes the decision to join. After all, there would be no story if he didn't. And just like that, we're part of the revolution. Apparently there's a supply of explosives just down this alley that we're gonna need. Not to draw attention to ourselves right away, we sneak, wait, no.
Christ, here we go.
Never mind, our guy just rushes in and punches the Nazi in the face. Only now do we have to take out the lookout guard who didn't see the brawl we just started.
Can you do that?
It's a piece of piss.
I do not know this phrase.
It means yes.
No, I'm pretty sure it means easy. But I won't question you, Sean. Yes, we can climb... Hold on. We can climb buildings like it's nothing. Throw down the guy and here are the explosives just chilling there in these boxes. While our friend creates a distraction, we have to zip line into the oil depot, burning our hands because we didn't bring any gloves. I mean, blowing up the place poses no problem. I'm more worried about how are we gonna get out. I don't really have time to think though. Guess the depot only exploded in the middle, but no. How did these vehicles survive then? Ah well, we make it out easily and then flashback to 3 months earlier. We get kicked in the shin and there's the man from the picture. We also meet the main romantic interest.
Veronique!
Morning, beautiful.
Sean, were you chewing tobacco while saying that?
Morning, beautiful.
There's an old man as well, and he says that we have a race to win.
And the Aurora? Trussed up tighter than a nun's arse.
I'm getting massive Mafia 1 flashbacks. We gotta get to the German borders first. Ooh, cows. Looks like this truck is not strong enough to break a wooden fence, but it's strong enough to make cows explode. This other one is more bizarre though.
Hit something, didn't I?
No, I don't think you hit anything, Sean. Where were we? Oh yeah, character introduction. Let's hear who this Jules guy is.
This is it, my friend. After tomorrow, you'll be a famous driver, and I will be right there beside you reaping the rewards of your success.
Which rewards did you have in mind?
The women! These German girls are crazy for racers. We'll have a dozen blonde beauties feeding us grapes, huh?
We kick back and have a little drink before the big race.
Dirker flew in this morning from Berlin.
Kurt Dirker. I thought he was retired.
And the man himself appears right away. He's for sure a villain as he brings out the worst humor from Sean.
Sometimes racing is politics.
No, there is a difference.
You must forgive my ignorance, Herr Morini. We Germans are a simple people. Perhaps you would enlighten us further?
One's a hobby for rich assholes who can't get laid without a flashy car and a silly uniform. The other is racing.
That was so lame, Sean. Good old bar fight ensues, and once we bash in a couple of skulls, we get the order to leave. Upon doing so, we're about to be taken in by the Germans. A blonde bimbo appears, because you gotta have a blonde bimbo, and we drive a short distance till they tire of chasing us and then come straight back to a hotel. We get rid of Jules and we get a little alone time with the English chick.
Nothing like a brisk evening drive to quicken the blood. Except perhaps a single malt McGarren, aged 30 years.
Must be Christmas. Lucky for Jews and me, you came sliding down the chimney when you did.
Christmas, is it? Oh, I'm afraid I've been a bad girl.
Aye, I'm certain of it.
Whatever happened after that weekend in Monaco? You never rang me up.
You never gave me your number?
Oh, that's hardly an excuse.
Okay, Jesus Christ, this dialogue. Hold on, let me just...
I'm going to ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so do you have any allergies?
No.
Do you have any conditions?
Not that I know of.
And when you come, do you come like a cannon or are you more of a dribbler?
What's that got to do with anything?
It's important to be totally clinical in this business. As soon as anybody feels like they're having any fun, that's when it all gets a little bit awkward, particularly with my weeping vagina.
Next day, the race is happening. My PTSD does turn on, but truth be told, this is pretty well done, especially since the whole race is scripted. As soon as you pass the German supervillain, he just shoots out your tires. I don't think that's legal. Of course, Sean is not too happy about this, but then...
What's that?
That is where the silver dart will be on display after tomorrow's ceremony.
It'd be a damn shame if something were to happen to Dirker's car before the big shindig.
You mean some kind of freak accident? Oh, that would be terrible.
So they come up with a scheme to destroy the winning car, so we follow him to the most obvious place possible. And paranoia is correct. This guy is so afraid from a parked car that he loses his mind. If we do manage to follow him correctly, we hop over some walls. Jules breaks his knees while doing so. And despite the fact it's a German factory, there's no guards around the car, so we just take it and dump it over a nearby cliff.
Looks like I need to work on my parallel parking.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh?
Dear Wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
The celebration only lasts for seconds as we get immediately apprehended by... Maybe I am a Nazi? From then on, it's pretty cut and dry. They accuse us of being British spies, Jules gets killed, we weren't really attached, and we make our escape. The game froze. The Germans are nice enough to bring me a car and I'm out of there. And this is the exact night they decided to start the war. So we have to rush to the farm and save our people. We save the old man who had a gun, so I don't know why he's just covering like an idiot. Save the girl, and there it is, the old man with the gun, by the way. The big question now is, how are we gonna make our escape? Ah, a cutscene. Of course. We're right back in the present location, but before we settle down, we have some bad news to share.
Madame Rousseau.
No. No, this can't be happening.
Your son. He was like a brother to me.
No, 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 mon petit fils! No!
Honestly, that performance was better than anything in The Last of Us 2. I haven't mentioned yet, but we are hiding behind the brothel, and yes, we do have peeking holes as well. Luke tells us that we're gonna need a base. For that, we need to disguise ourselves and sneak into this butcher place. Ooh, also, the old man is held hostage there too. Yeah. Don't expect Hitman level disguise system. In fact, the only thing you can do while in a uniform is walk slowly. And even then, if you get too close to an enemy, they are gonna realize that you're not one of them. Thankfully, the game is a true sandbox experience, meaning that it will never mission fail you just because you've been discovered, and also it doesn't require you to sneak around, so I really enjoyed my freedom. As you can see, I do manage to sneak in. The old man is not even surprised that it's me. Then Luke spawns in, and I'll start my counter to highlight moments that could be foreshadowings to Luke's eventual betrayal of us. How would he have gotten in here without a disguise? I only killed the guard that was by the prison gate. Then we conveniently find a shelter on the ground because every butcher place has a basement, as you probably know. Since everybody is useless, I have to get medicine for Luke, which then turns into a favor for this guy who wants this bottle of wine back that he sold to some big shot German. The fall damage is quite generous in this game, so there's no issue getting the wine, as you can see. Then it's just a matter of shooting my way out of there. At this point, it's a series of chores that follows. I think that's the biggest problem with this game. It doesn't really have much to offer in terms of missions. In this one, I have to retrieve a car. Okay, say no more.
There's the car. Oh, she's a rare beauty. Let's see if I can get her back to Santos without ruining those good looks. I hear General Lutz is in the market for a new set of wheels.
You have done this before, haven't you, Irishman?
I want to point out how inconvenient getting into our base is. See, coming from this side, if I follow the Luke symbol, it's gonna lead me to the back of the building, which is shut closed. Then I have to go all the way around to the only real entry. Yes, we can go through the windows too, but that obviously takes extra effort. But that's not all. They blocked up the closer doorway into the basement because that seemed like a good idea.
Sean, I hoped we had found shelter from this storm. It seems fate had other plans.
How did you get picked up?
I was recognized by an informant.
There's more trailing missions as well, but this time on foot. It's really fun to go into sneak mode and watch the enemies freak out. Don't worry about losing him, he's gonna patiently wait for you to stalk him. One time he got into a random fistfight because one guy was blocking his way. I need to rescue some more prisoners. Sean says that a quiet approach would be best, but I disagree. I think casual is the way to go. Okay, I also have to pick up milk on my way home. I noticed an odd thing on the mission with Veronique. I didn't know this game also had bouncing boobs technology. I just got done dressing up, and while admiring the view, the game tells me that Pino has died. I'm sure he was a lovely man, but I don't know who that is. Turns out it's this little chap who just waits by the truck. Very essential character, I think you'll agree. Look, I really wanted to be sneaky, but I accidentally bumped into the truck in front of me and everybody just started blasting. Shooting is pretty fun in this game, no complaints on that front. I have this rifle that probably rips your whole head off if it hits you. At least that's the impression I get based on the sound effect. Love it. So, why am I here? According to rumor, the German supervillain is on a Zeppelin on top of this citadel. And it is true. Look at him just walking all by himself in there. We wrestle a little bit, then the whole thing goes up in flames. I have to do some platforming, which would be epic if it weren't for the fact that Sean is reluctant to grab onto zip lines. But if you get through, obviously, this only being Act 1, we're not getting the guy. This is the kind of artificial intelligence that I enjoy. Apparently you can't get into tanks, or am I missing something?
Sean! Where have you been?
At the beach?
I have been saving this bottle for very special occasion. Sean, I did not know you were back.
Aye. Just in time for happy hour. Or did you have another rare pleasure in mind?
I am afraid we are short on glasses.
I am very confused about what is going on here. I'm supposed to talk to Luke in the middle of a Nazi hotspot, but I can't, obviously, as they immediately start shooting at us. Suspicious. I tried climbing down, but it resulted in extra casualties. There's even a tank in one of the corners.
Shite! I'm in trouble.
Finally, I do manage to talk to him, only to be sent away to talk to some other guy. This was really worth discussing in this exact place. God damn. This map screen is also a little bit weird. You enter the map menu and you get a condensed version of it, where you can't even see where you are. So what's the point? Why not just show me the full map as soon as I enter the map menu? Jumping ahead, we get informed that the Germans are planning another Grand Prix.
You're a grand prick.
For that, we're gonna need to slaughter more cows. Now, actually, we gotta get our race car back, which I guess the Nazis kept all this time.
Hey, darling. Let's get the fuck out of here. What now?
Now, I suggest you start practicing.
Of course, being the man we are, we don't practice. We have more irresponsible things to do. Like infiltrating this HQ to save a single woman. Now, this is my pet peeve, okay? When a building is exploding, yet the enemies, instead of running for their lives, just stop and shoot at me. And they don't stop coming.
Hold it together.
Anyway, here's your daughter, prick. Oh boy, it's an ambush. You know what that means? I have to do everything. I do die while taking out the tank, but luckily, I already got the next checkpoint for it, so we're just gonna ignore that death. Veronique stays behind because she's an idiot. I rescued those who want to be rescued, and lo and behold, Veronique got captured. For fuck's sake, you got here faster than us somehow. You're clearly working for the enemy. Sean wants Luke to give him a couple of people to go rescue her. What a moronic idea, Sean. We've been carrying this whole entire resistance alone. Why would we start working together with others now? I refuse. Instead, I'm gonna check out what happens if you randomly beat up people on the street. You get a message delivered to you. Cool. I have to talk to this guy, but where is he exactly? This building has literally no openings. The only way in is by climbing up. What a strange design. The plan is to fly into the prison with a Zeppelin. Easier said than done. The goddamn guards from the streets are shooting at me and I can't get to the Zeppelin. I'm pretty sure those bullets can't fly this far, but fuck me, I guess. I almost get to it, but it leaves just before I manage to jump on it. Thankfully, I can just call for another one. Once I arrive, I have to stop the execution, but I run into a couple of problems.
Shite!
On the successful attempt, the enemy is just frozen in place or something? Well, that's good for me. With Veronique safe, we can get back to the race. Nothing really changed compared to the first one we did, except we got a nitro boost that doesn't really feel like we gained any additional speed. Our whole plan was to win the race and cause a huge explosion. I'm sorry I didn't pay attention to what this is supposed to achieve. It did cause the Germans to destroy the brothel that we used as a hideout. And they killed the old man. Fair and just old men are never safe in fiction. Sean concludes that this means they're gonna hit the other hideout as well, so we rush over there. Finding all the Nazis is routine at this point, but Luke seems to have gotten into a bit of a pickle. Don't worry, I'll steal another bottle of wine and get you medicine so that you can... Oh. Well, that's unexpected. I thought for sure he's gonna be a bad guy. Not that he was good in my book, but like, you know what I mean. After all that madness, we can catch Veronique walking away, but where is she going?
You're not a bad sort, not at all.
Ah, I see. Phenomenal. I found this funny description for one of the guns. She'll clear the room faster than a fart at a dinner party. There's this part when we have to rescue the doctor and his daughter again. Also, destroy a nuclear bomb, I guess. Once we get back from that, the German supervillain has gone crazy, as we're told, and he's holed up in the Eiffel Tower. So we rush there to finish our business.
Sean! I thought we'd have more time. I wanted to tell you that...
Tell me later.
And they never talked again. Making our way up is pretty tedious with all these elevators.
Killing you could never make up for what I've lost. My friends will still be dead, and I'll still have to live with the things I've done.
That was great. Beautiful. Okay, let me just recreate this fall.
Is it over?
No, it's not over. I'm just getting started.
And there you have it. We haven't solved the Nazi problem. We literally killed one guy who was a race driver, and we called it a day. What happened to the Nazi waifu? This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito.
I told you already.
It's illegal to be this cute, sir. Huh. Didn't quite make it. I have changed some of the rooms since you've been gone. This is now the piss room. What is this guy doing? It even fell off. Oh my god. I forgot to take my phone out of my pocket before jumping in here.
A new crime, and here you...
I don't give a shit, House. Just give me the report.